world has ever seen.
Oh, so that is his name. Oh,
To the people that's unaware of that. But let's get started. I want to talk about the new hires. I know I've mentioned them in past videos, but let's talk about the new hires and what they can bring to the table. All right, coconut water. All right, check it out. The new hires, what's his name? Tim Coop. He worked at EA, but he only worked there for 3 years. And he worked at let me see right fast. He worked at Codemasters, but let me see how many years did he work there? Because he was there for a couple of years too. Let me see, Tim Coop. I'm looking on LinkedIn. My computer want to act up, so I guess I want to look it up. But Tim Coop, he's a new addition to the team, and he's a vice president of the company. So I'm like, is he gonna really do a lot? Cause when I hear about these EA hires, it always it's gonna trigger me. It's gonna trigger something in me because my thing is Ash's original vision was to make um undisputed the NBA 2K of boxing and stop to the people that always keep saying, "Well, it's gonna be microtransactions and it's gonna be this and be that." That's not what Ash mean. When he talk about it's gonna be the NBA 2K of boxing, he talking about how NBA 2K before they start doing that microtransaction stuff, and they still, it's a pretty decent basketball game. But that's the parts he talking about. He talking about when NBA 2K was getting awards for doing great things, simulation and realistic. That's what he was talking about. Keep associating microtransactions with 2K because it seemed like y'all trying to defend EA because EA is the king of microtransactions. They're the original microtransaction people. So stop with the nonsense. We got to start talking life into this game. We got to start giving feedback, realistic feedback. I know it's a hardcore fan base. There's a online fan base because for some reason it seems like the online and the hardcore fan base, they're like pulling like who's more hardcore or who more knowledgeable about things. No, let's forget all that nonsense. And then you got the arcade fan base, and the arcade fan base should be an option, but the original vision should be hardcore boxing. We want a simulation of what boxing is, not over the top stuff that I've heard in the past. It's like people be giving ideas on purpose and say, "Oh, they ain't gonna be able to put that in there. That's too over the top." Yeah, because the way you're saying it, the way you want them to implement it, yeah, that's over the top. Even for me, and I want a simulation realistic boxing game. I cannot get as any hardcore about wishes and ideas and suggestions than anybody. I could go blow for blow with ideas and suggestions. I've been doing this for decades. Yeah, I'm old. You see the gray, which doesn't mean anything because my son is 22 and he has gray hair, so that means nothing. Start with the nonsense. Um, yeah, so I want to talk about Tim Coop. He's been at EA for 3 years, and I think he was a little at Codemasters a little longer. So he been he's been there for 3 years, but Fight Night Champion it happened 12 years ago. So I'm trying to understand what Tim Coop is going to bring to the table for Steel City, because unless he's dealing with he was helping with the MMA game, and I haven't seen anything like that. So I'm just wondering what he's going to bring to the table. I'm not messing on him. I'm only going to go by what we see next under him. And then after that, that's when I start putting my frustration out there. But I don't know what he's gonna bring to the table, because to me, EA, they had a mindset of realism doesn't sell. They always say, "Oh, realism doesn't sell. Realism doesn't sell." That I used to hear that all the time. I used to be debating and arguing with the developers behind the scenes, and realism does sell because that's what actually sold um Undisputed. When it was ESBC and all that, they were showing all that realistic looking stuff. Everybody was getting hyped. Even people who didn't play video games were hyped up. My wife was getting excited, like, wow, that looked realistic. I said, yeah, I think we finally got that game. I think we finally got that game. And I loved the way that Ash was talking when we had a conversation. I said, oh, Joe. And then when the way Ash was talking, he made me believe that nobody can change his vision. No matter who he hired or what, his vision was always going to be there. But it's people got an Ash ear and they start saying, well, Ash, simulation games don't sell that well. Arcade games sell better. No, they don't. I mean, not especially not now. It's not many like arcade sports games selling well. They got a short lifespan. And when you're talking about DLC, the hardcore fan base buys DLC, especially if it's done right. I know I'm repeating this over and over. I am going to repeat it over and over in every video. But people people want realistic things. It's options. I'm wondering why companies so scared of giving fans options. Even with the tendencies that I always talk about, they don't want to give people options. If you give us sliders like 2K, NBA 2K, if you give us sliders, we can, what y'all, I don't want to call y'all lazy, but what y'all are lazy and don't want to really do or trying to rush, we can use the sliders to make the realism we want with the boxers or the gameplay or anything else. Sliders. Stop. It's like we're going in the future and they're going backwards. They're going to the Flintstone times. No. Let's progress. I'm an older guy, I'm an older guy. I'm not old, but I'm an older guy, and I want progression. I don't want to be stuck in the past. No. You see all these boxing games in back of me? We supposed to progress. We should have progressed it way further than we are today, as far as options and gameplay. Some of the gameplay is like modernized skins and old school gameplay. Some of the old school gameplay is kind of better than what we got today. People get things mixed up because when they see the graphics and they're not really paying attention to the boxing mechanics, they arguing more so about the graphics and stuff, not the mechanics. I want a boxing game that implement that acts like boxing. I want it to implement. I want them to implement boxing things. I want it to replicate everything I see in the ring. a lot of companies doing great things for as video games, but it's like, oh, we could give them this and give them that. Little 5-year olds, 9-year olds, 12-year olds, 13-year olds, they're not really playing sports games. They're not interested in that. They're literally playing Fortnite or other games. They're not really playing sports games. And they're the crowd of people that would buy a boxing game. Like I said earlier, there were people that was never interested in video games that they was excited about Undisputed. I'm like, who's your marketing? Who's in your marketing? Who's in your really doing intel on what the community wants? And stop letting people from other um kinds of games come in and try to distract from what the people that really is going to pay for this game and really add longevity to this game. Because you got people that's Tekken fight, not saying nothing bad about them, but let Tekken be Tekken. Let Street Fighter be Street Fighter. Let Mortal Kombat be Mortal Kombat. And let boxing be boxing. It's crazy. They really actually try to drown out the hardcore fans. They get mad at the hardcore fans. Then they start nitpicking about certain things, especially like a person like me give ideas. Oh, you're old. That's why. Yo, what are you talking about? You trying to call yourself hurting my feelings? Come on, stop, man. I'm a grown man with a child and a wife. You can't hurt my feelings. So my thing is, people, they need to give great feedback to these developers. Speak out, say something that could help this game go further. Stop asking for stupid, unrealistic things. I like really be look in the Discord. I be in the Undisputed Discord, and I be saying, Dad, look at all these. Some of these ideas don't match what majority of fans want. What are y'all talking about? Y'all want an arcade game, and a lot of them, I want to win. No, earn that win. You just want to win at any cost. Technically, that's what a boxer one does in the ring, but you're asking for things that doesn't belong in a boxing game. You just want to win. Oh, it's good. You don't know how to play. You don't know how to play. Why should a person force themselves to play a boxing game that's not true to boxing? Just because you can play a broken game, that doesn't mean that you're good at boxing. Like NBA 2K, and even I'd say NBA Live, even though I wasn't really a big fan of Live, but NBA 2K, it actually shows you the things that goes in basketball. They got the dribbles right. They got everything in basketball. In basketball, you be like, yo, okay. Then baseball, they try to implement everything that they can to make it feel like a baseball game. Golf, they do the same thing. So why can't boxing do that? It's like the arcade gamers, not all of y'all, are trying to transform a boxing game into a fighting game. No, let us have our boxing game. Guaranteed, more people will buy the game. This game was supposed to break records, like literally break records, not that sold a million copies in 1 week thing. No, it pulled that broke more records than what it did. And a lot of the developers that I talked to, they thought it was going to be game of the year. They thought it was going to break more records, but it was too much going on. I know Ash, it was his first video game, but 5 years, 5 years, and experienced developers are out there. I really like what Ash did. I mean, he wasn't scared to make a video game because there were plenty of developers that were scared. They were really scared to make a boxing video game. I know, I talked to them. Am I going to tell you their names? No. Why? I ain't got nothing to prove to you, but I'm just saying I have talked to developers that wanted to make a boxing video game. A lot of them was saying they were scared that EA was going to make a boxing video game and they were going to lose out on the investment that they put in a boxing video game. Ash didn't care. Ash was like, I'm making a boxing game. People like it, they don't. If EA want to make a boxing game, let them. I'm ready for the challenge. And I was like, yo, I was excited. I was like, yo, that's what I'm talking about. That sounded like a boxer. Because there was plenty of times I know when people be saying, yo, you know that when I was boxing, they were saying, you know that guy, he's very dangerous, and you sure you want to fight him? Bring it. That's how I was. I wasn't one of those scary boxers. And you notice I was a boxer, but I don't jump off at like I know everything about boxing. I don't and I was a heavyweight boxer. I don't be like, oh, he running, he running, he running, he running. That's running. They should stop that. No. Stop making the developers be lazy and stop trying to make the game because you want a person to stay in front of you all the time. If you hit me with a right hand and it dazes me, or you hitting me and I'm getting hurt nearly every time you hit me, why should I stay in front of you? I'll be a fool. I should try to outpoint you. If you got more power than me and you hit me harder, I'm gonna try to outpoint you. I know that when I was sparring, I knew I was knocking guys out when I was in the amateurs, but there were boxers that I sparred that were pros that were hurting me when they was hitting me because sometimes I get too cocky and they hit me. So I had to get on my bike or I had to do more movement. So stop trying to take things out of a boxing video game that's realistic. The referee should be able to make the ring smaller because he's a third person in the ring. The referee needs to be in the ring. And you should be able to cut off the ring. If you don't cut off the ring, that's on you. That's not the person that's constantly moving around. It was plenty of times that I was fighting people, sparring people, and they were pro. And they was cutting the ring off. I was like, oh snap. Now he forcing me to fight in the pocket or fight in close to close. I had to learn how to maneuver or fight off the ropes or whatever when they cut off the ring. And my thing in sparring, I wasn't always trying to act like I was fighting in a real fight. But some of your sparring partners be trying to knock your head off. But my thing, let me see, can I get some more people in here? How y'all like my background? Let me see. Oh yeah, another thing I got a problem with. Let me see. You have a problem with it seems like people are scared to interview me. Or they feel I'm too aggressive. I'm not as aggressive as many people. I'm like, what is my aggression towards? You can't interview a person that and be like, well, he gotta like what I like. No, that's not how an interviewer does. You trying to control the narrative, and everybody's not going to settle for what you want them to settle for. It's like I had a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, I want to interview. I want to interview. I want to interview you," and a lot of them they end up not interviewing me. I'm like, "Yo, what's going on? Y'all scared to interview me?" Even though I know some of the interviewers, we have different opinions about Undisputed, and I don't think nobody can change my mind about how I feel about Undisputed, but Undisputed. They have to actually bring us the game that we want. Some people just settle, like I keep saying, they settle because they don't made it so they can play the game good enough to win. It could be broken and they still like it's like you playing checkers with and you don't have all the pieces on the thing and you just jump that one time and you say, "Hey, the game is good." No, that's not really checkers. You just y'all got two checker pieces and you just happen to jump over his checker piece, and that's whack. That's not good. It's like, what are y'all? Y'all see, y'all need to stop getting mad at people for wanting a boxing game. Y'all should want Undisputed to sell well. And shout out to Leafy. Leafy's making a boxing game. He's working on a boxing game. He's a young developer, very young developer. But he's a young developer making a boxing game. And you know, I like that. And there's other guys that's out there that say they was making boxing games. Oh, shout out to my boy Love C Shorty. Bloody Knuckles boxing game. My fault. Bloody Knuckles boxing game, street boxing game. But shout out to Love C Shorty. I know we haven't talked in a while. I figure you're busy and stuff like that. And who else making a boxing video game? Oh, it's a couple of guys that I seen making boxing video games. Some I salute one guy that's making a boxing video game. I'm like, nobody's gonna buy that game. And I'm not talking about you, Jeff, not at all. I like your game, but it's not something that I would I definitely would I'm gonna buy it and support it, but it's not really the type of game I play probably when I'm like really, really bored or something, but it's not nothing that I really want. Cause I'm like focused on making sure I get a realistic boxing game. That's my focus. You know, I'm gonna support it and try to get other people to support it because to me, the more boxing games we get, the better the competition will be amongst developers, and we'll that competition just make developers do better games, and we'll get more things in it. And I just hope behind the scenes nobody like really talking ass down like, yo, you don't need that, wait for the next game. No, the next game you can sharpen up things. I from my intel and conversations, it was never going to be an undisputed two. So that's somebody got an ash ear. It was never going to be an undisputed two. It was always going to be a game that was updated. The game was going to constantly evolve and be updated, similar to how Warframe does. Because I remember I stopped playing Warframe, and then I went back. You know, my son told me, he said, "Bah, Warframe is not the same no more." I said, "What you mean?" And I looked at it, I said, "Wow." I got kind of mad because I spent some money on Warframe. I spent some money on Warframe. And I got a lot of things that I was dealing with Warframe. So I was like, oh, wow. But let's get back to boxing. Yeah, my thing is Undisputed was still going to do boxers who's no longer here and boxers that are unable to box, that are hurt and stuff like that, like Paul Williams and I forget his name. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. The young guy that got hit behind the head and he's crippled. Yeah, they ask them should use that as marketing as marketing. Not to make it seem like it's a bad thing, not to make it seem like a bad thing, but we're trying to get help for these boxers by implementing them in the game, and it helps them with their bills and stuff. Especially Joe Cleveland. I've been advocating for him to be in a boxing game for years. I was advocating for him to be in the fight night games. I literally had his sister, and because before he got injured, I was advocating for him to be in the game. So yeah, we need people like him. We need some of the people he fought in the game, even though Nigel been in there. But we need it's a lot of bosses that's missing. Um Still City need to put some legends and people from different eras in the game. More, not some, more people from every era in the game. People will buy them. Stop letting people say it's a waste of time. No, it's not a waste of time. People will buy them. And please fix the creation center, the creation mode, the creation suite. I wish they had called it creation suite, because we were supposed to be able to make referees, judges, promoters, and I forget it was a couple of more that we were supposed to be able to create. But all we could create is boxers, female and male. That's it. Creation Suite has so many things that could be in it. And it's my mind, because I always be thinking about ideas. It's so many things that could be added into a game. And companies that's they think people are ignorant, and they keep saying, "Oh, that can't be done. We can't do this or whatever." Stop lying. Stop lying. You're not talking to young kids anymore. If people do their research, anything that we want in a game, we can get it. Literally, we can literally get anything we want in a boxing video game. It's just up to the development time, which they used up 5 years on what, and then it's the team size, and it's the want. That's it. We got to stop giving companies excuse, and people. It's to the point that people are repeating. I know I say this a lot of times, but people are repeating what developers tell them. You got to do like what I used to do with EA. EA tell me something can't be done. I say, all right, let me do my research. I do my research, and I bring my research to EA and show it to them in their DMs. And they say, all right, we'll give you some of that, because it's cutting into our development time. That's all you had to say to the community and the public. It's going to cut into our development time. Stop saying it can't be done. People don't realize. I remember the control scheme. Some of y'all always wanted that. I mean, some of y'all liked it that way. Forced them to play that way. No, people should have options. Like button mapping, that should be a thing. It should be an option. That's like you going into a fight and you telling a person how he should throw a punch. Well, when we fight, you can't throw no jab and right hands at me. Stop with the ignorance. Realism is realism. Button mapping, that will bring a realism to the game. And while I'm talking about games, people keep saying, oh, it's just a game. All right, it's just a game. But a lot of people pay $70 or more on a game. Once you start spending money on something, especially 70 or more dollars, it's just a game, junk. That goes out the door. You got a right to say what you want in the game. You are a customer that's spending a lot of money. May not be a lot of money to you, but it's a lot of money to a lot of people that help it get 1,000,000 sales. So stop being so defensive. Steel City's not going to hire you. Stop being so defensive. You're not going to get nothing free from Steel City. So stop. Give feedback. Help the game grow instead of keep trying to say it's all right the way it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's like really annoying. People like fight you like they're the bodyguards for Steel City. I want to see this. This is another thing people got to keep saying too. Hold on. People got to say you got to keep saying it to them. We want round tables. Bring them back. We want hot seats. Bring that to the table. Bring that in the fold. Let us ask developers questions. Give us polls so you can see what the community really wants. Give us a survey. Do a survey. It's been 5 years. It should have been a survey for each year that you put out, even twice a year. For one, it helps with community engagement. It helps the community feel like, all right, this company is listening to me. That's why I was a good senior moderator, and I was about to get promoted higher. But my thing is, if it's not going to be the game that I want, I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to defend a company. I don't care if I work for it or not. I'm not defending it. You could call me, I was a whistleblower, if that's what you want to say. But no, I'm not going, I'm like, nah, man, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I remember people came back and told me, I know I tell this story to some people, but I remember when the guys came back from Fight Night Champion, they was like, Poe, you're going to be upset because for some reason, EA didn't put me on, bring me back. They let me go to Fight Night Round 4, but they didn't bring me back for Fight Night Champion because they know me. They know how I feel about a boxing game. And, some people came back, it's like, Poe, you're not going to like Fight Night Champion. I said, hold up, what you mean? Didn't Brian Brizzo Hayes ask for the Whistles? He said, yeah, he asked for that. I said, did he put them ideas into the game? They said, I say about 5% of what we send in that wish list. I said, I don't want to, no. I said, I don't know. Then they were explaining to me what they did and didn't. The story mode got most of the resources and team, and they rushed the ideas that we gave them, like the tendencies and stuff. They rushed all that. And the developer told me later, he said, yeah, we rushed, I couldn't put everything you wanted in there. But in the next Fight Night Champion, We're gonna add all that, and lo and behold, EA didn't make a Fight Night Champion 2. So that was crazy. But to the people that's playing them UFC games, a lot of them ideas is from my wish list. Look at it. It's on my websites. A lot of them ideas y'all got, they implement. It makes me mad because I'm like, yo, y'all taking our ideas that we wanted for a boxing game and y'all kind of implementing them into your UFC games. That's crazy. Yeah, so I'm just wondering how are these new hires and they got some type of I don't even know if I want to call it AI system, but they got some type of system that they have that's hiring picking hires for undisputed. I mean for Steel City. And I just wrote a note, a message to them saying make sure you pick up some of them 2K developers and they should pick some of them Asian developers because we want a mixture of people in the game. We want a mixture of developers working on this game. That's how you make a epic game, not the company, but an epic game. And the company is called AMIQUS, Amicus, something like that. But they're the ones that's helping them hire people now. And they've been hiring. It's like they're trying to hire heavy. And I think Tim Cooper's part of that thing of helping implement things into the company so they can have a better staff, so they can make a better game. I hope that's what it is. And Tim Coop, no arcade as default, no hybrid as default. Let us have a realistic boxing game. And if you need any understanding of what I'm saying, look at my wish list blog. That'll help you a lot. And shout out to Ethan for this he took his name off of my tag when I tagged him into a post. Thought we was cool, Ethan, but you sometime and I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm gonna just start shouting. Let me see, because it's always seemed like when I'm about to stop talking and end the show, somebody pops up. Let me see. No, nobody pop up today. But all right, yeah. To all the people that supposed to be interviewing me, what's going on? Talk to me. Don't be afraid to talk to me and tell me I'm not the beast. Shout out to the beast. I'm not the beast. We're literally like we're like he's like my brother to me, and that's how we say it. We're like brothers, but we both sometimes we don't agree, but we agree on certain things. We both have different deliveries. He's more aggressive tone. So stop comparing what the beast do to me. We both have our own channels and we both do different things. I mean, we explain boxing differently. And a lot of y'all always question me about stuff. I boxed of the decorated amateur heavyweight. I got 3 belts in the amateurs. I got one fight of the night. They robbed me from another one. And what else I got? I got trophies. I got what like a medal, like a medal for a tournament I fought in. I fought in England at a tournament. I beat the guy. Got a big old trophy. And I got money. But y'all always try to downplay me in the community A lot of people, even the people that call themselves my friend, y'all downplay me too. I see it. Y'all act like I don't see what y'all saying. I mean, doing, but y'all do it in a slick way. And a lot of y'all act like I supposed to support y'all, but y'all not going to support me. So a lot of people, I like their videos. I share their videos. Nobody share my videos. Nobody likes my videos. And I know it for a fact that y'all not doing it. Y'all like I supposed to um support y'all. No, I don't suppose I'm not supposed to support y'all sharing y'all videos and stuff. Giving y'all likes on y'all videos. Y'all not doing the same for me, so why should I do it for y'all? I could push a lot of traffic towards y'all channel, but I'm not because y'all. Once I realized that people stop helping me or doing for me, I'm like I'm stop doing for them. I don't care how good the information is or whatever. Y'all being real slick about things. A person don't gotta have the same mindset to support them. But I'm not gonna let nobody use me. All right, peace. I don't want to get too far into this. Peace, everybody, and might do another video Saturday or Sunday, every other day. I'm gonna see how this works out. But peace, and share this video. Don't be like them other people that don't share. Share my videos. Tag people into my videos. Um, if you can, post it on the undisputed discourse. And please go to my wish list blog, share it, post it in the Discord, but share my ideas. You can add on to them, but still share my ideas. I'm for the community. I'm not for myself. I'm for the community. I'm a community person first. It's plenty of people that I got hired at companies or got in position for stuff. And it's sad that those people never spoke up for me. Even on Undisputed, it's people that I pushed and asked vision to be hired, and those people never support me like I supposed to support them. See, I'm getting amped up again. All right, I'm out. Peace. Thanks for coming through. This is your boy Poe.